the Come on, man. Bullshit. Come on, Ed. I know you lying, man. What should I be talking about, man? Crazy ass man. This is some bullshit, man. That's why I left the stupid ass alone, man. Will somebody look at how ridiculous this woman is being? Now, why are you bringing my son to my date?
Salute, good brads, and welcome to the channel. Now, today we're going to talk about co-parenting with a narcissist, all right? You got to communicate, and you got to deal with people that can have comprehension, all right? Because you communicate with a brick wall. If the brick wall don't understand and comprehend what you're communicating, it falls on deaf ears, all right? And both men and women are guilty of this in co-parenting situations. So let's break this thing on down, guys.
Hold up. Hold up. Jewel, come here.
You really thought you was about to enjoy your date on my kid-free weekend?
What's wrong with
you? What the f is wrong with
you?
you?
How did you find me?
Find my iPhone? You stupid ass. You
Man,
still
I cannot get off that damn phone.
Yeah, you
plan,
should
man.
get off my phone plan. You broke.
Why did you?
Because I'm going to work.
Hold up. You had to call
You better
you
move.
baby.
I don't have a babysitter. The f I do. I'm looking at him right now. Move
Man, I
out
think
my
you
way.
forgot.
No, I ain't.
Remember,
shit.
you came back
I
on
ain't forget
Tuesday and
shit.
picked them up when you were supposed to be
That
back on
don't count,
Sunday.
Monty. That don't
Yes,
count.
the hell it
You
do.
know it don't count. I'm going to work and
I
go to
didn't
days
answer
and
my
the
phone. That should've told you I was busy.
They told me you wanted me to pop the fuck up. That's what they told me.
That's fine,
You
and I
keep
can
playing
finish
these games. Yeah,
Stupid
you
ass
fuck,
man. Look at my son.
Yeah,
Crying.
got
You
your
ain't
son.
even got
No, son is crying
babysit
because
the
you
back
don't
of
want
this
to
thing.
watch him. You want to be on a date. First of all, hey, let me let you know something about this. Got no money.
to her.
He nothing. He don't care.
down.
None of his
Shut
kids touch me.
Take your somewhere and get this car cleaned
Yeah,
up, man.
yeah, I'm
Fuck.
about to leave. That's what
I'll
I'm
do
about to
whatever you want me to
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
But I'm
yeah.
not taking
Okay.
them
I'm not gonna take him, okay? And if you don't take him, you're never gonna see him again anyway.
That's fine.
So yeah, that's fine. Well, it's
Have a nice
fine
day,
because
man.
you just want to go on
Come on,
dates.
Eric.
That's all you want to do is go.
Show the
This is why you guys got to start taking time to learn people before you go jumping in the sack with them, busting it wide open and sharing your power. Fellas and ladies, this is why it's important to learn people, all right?
I'm sorry, man. Come and get my son, man.
You saw this crying because you don't want to
Put him in that, man.
That's why they put him in
I'm
there.
not taking
Come
him,
close
man.
and see.
Oh,
Come
be
on,
with your
baby. Come
stupid
on.
ass, man.
Come on, baby. Good. You can get back to the
Crazy ass,
You know why
man.
he crying? He crying because his daddy don't want to.
Crying because you a stupid ass, crazy ass.
Young man crying because he confused. And see, co-parent can work, but co-parenting, you can't worry about the other parent. That's the only how it's gonna work. If you're too busy focusing and worrying about what the other parent is doing, it's not gonna work for you. And stop confusing these kids, though.
Man, my son out here worried about this shit. All these people see this shit. Yeah, because you need me.
Yeah.
Don't blame me because you couldn't pass school.
You can record who
What's wrong with you, man? High maintenance ass can't even afford to know, but want to live like they 5-star top 10. And you get the around me, man. Trip,
Yeah, down tripping.
man. You seeing this shit?
Don't ask for nothing. She ain't got nothing to do with it.
Man, get the around this, man.
See your ass in
Crazy ass.
your date. You're never gonna see him again until his 18th birthday, mother.
I hear you keep talking. Crazy ass. Oh, she was going my date. Hell nah, I got shit to do today. She just talking that crazy ass talk. She know good and well she not keeping my son away from me. Man, I hope all the rims fall off that man. Crazy ass. Man, I'm so sorry, Melody. You shouldn't have had to go through that, man. Excuse my language too, man.
She always like that.
Man, that's how she always is. That's why I don't want that. Need to get a restraining order on that, man. Man, you still with the bullshit? Watch the roll with my children in the back, man. Stupid ass, crazy ass.
Right? When two people are in a relationship where we are understanding what we're doing, and this is something that we've discussed, right? We didn't just start doing this, but we had a conversation and we've discussed this, and outside of just the words, the actions are matching, that we are in something that we're both taking serious. Listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth before I start talking about this other stuff, right? Listen to the words before I get into this other stuff, because other stuff gonna trigger it out of y'all. This part is the light work, right? There is a difference in the other stuff I'm about to talk about in situations where me and so with each other, right? Regardless of what y'all understand our title to be. He know I with him, I know he for me. We be unprotected, having sex, getting intimate, doing our thing, and we understand the risk we take it because we don't be putting on condoms. And we've had conversations about what if this occurs. And then as we have these conversations, watch this, because this is the part y'all leave off, right? As we have conversations about this, I'm not just listening to what the nigga telling me, his lifestyle and the things he got going on, and his character matches up with what he's telling me he would do if I end up pregnant or if we end up in certain scenarios off of our unprotected. And as the man, likewise, I ain't just talk to this bitch about if she gonna be a good mom or if she would ever keep my kids from me, right? I'm looking at her character behind these words as I deal with her while unprotected. Do her actions, her behavior match? Most of y'all did not do that. You're out of that category. So let's talk about the categories that y'all kids was actually born in, right? And notice I didn't even put marriage on it or not, right? I'm a firm believer in marry before you carry. I wish someone had told me that when I was in my young adult years, under 22, 23 years old, right? Just out here experiencing sex and things like that, right? I'm a firm believer in marry before you carry. But even if you're in a marriage, you got some people that are in a marriage that ain't a real marriage, and you got some people that are. What the difference is exactly what I was just talking about. Both parties understanding what they're in and they're behaving as such, even during the points where they make mistakes and not. Because y'all think that a good man or a good woman falls under a person just being perfect.
The marriage license deception. This piece of paper, it's not what it seems. Did you know before 1930 people didn't need this? No state interference. No legal contract with the government. Before states took control, marriage was a private agreement. It was either a sacred ceremony in churches, a family arrangement, or even common law. The state didn't own marriage. In the 1800s, marriages were based on trust, community, and tradition. If a couple lived together and presented themselves as married, they were married in the eyes of society. Churches, not governments, sanctioned these unions. People didn't need permission from the state. When you sign this, you're not just committing to each other, you're inviting the state into your relationship. It's a three-way contract. They dictate everything: taxes, property, even divorce. Instead of it being a sacred bond between two people, the state becomes the main joiner, deciding the terms. Before 1930, marriage was a personal, private affair, but as the state took control, marriage licenses became mandatory, turning a sacred bond into a legal contract. Now, the state has a say in who you marry, how you live, and how it ends. You can accomplish the same thing with a Holy Bible, a recorded date, and a visit
but nonetheless, most of y'all don't fall in this category. So let's go over to the categories that you do fall in, right? Most of y'all talking to somebody, most of it is through digital communication. You link up, y'all done a few times, you ended up pregnant. Most of y'all was in a toxic relationship. You're going back and forth, makeups, breakups, fuck around and get pregnant, right? Keep the baby. A lot of y'all was side pieces to somebody that's dealing with somebody else, right? A lot of y'all was in situations where it wasn't no side piece. You just, it's really an open relationship, but that ain't what you calling it, but that's what it is, because the girl across town and you know them too. And a lot of y'all was in situations where you want to make a bitch mad, so you started fucking on this dude knowing that she fucking on him too, and then you got pregnant and you kept the baby because it was gonna make her feel some type of way. A lot of y'all dudes, you conceived the baby, or you got your baby mama fucking with another nigga that you had beef with, or a lot of y'all, you was around here in a space where you was one of them homosexuals. You ain't have your basics together, and so this bitch was low self-esteem, willing to put on and give anything to have a man, so she let you move in with her and the kids she already got, or if she ain't had none, she allowed you to move in, fronting the bill for you, letting you use her car, buying stuff, and because of that, you was more comfortable in her down raw, and that's how you conceive your child. It's a lot of y'all was in relationships where it is agreed upon that we go together, but neither one of us ever have any real conversations, nor do we check to see if our character matches the shit we be saying. So we just in a relationship telling each other anything, and then this is how, you know, the unprotected sex keep going. We end up having a child and we don't see eye to eye on shit. It's a lot of y'all, you was running from your caregivers, meaning you was trying to get out your mama house. This nigga was willing to like fuck with you. He was giving you money. It was allowing you to be away from home, show up with certain stuff in front of your family, which made you feel accomplished, which made them look like they was wrong about you being the black sheep of the family or whatever have you. And that's how you got pregnant from that nigga. A lot of y'all, you was right in your household as a child, and because you was violated, your parent or your, you know, whoever your caregiver was didn't take up for you. It made you hypersexual. So at a young age, You was getting raw with people that you barely even talked to. It was just about the sex, and you ended up with a child while you were a child, right? It's a lot of y'all, you in situations where you had sex, you understood the responsibility, you done had an abortion or two before, but it's this one situation with this nigga that you trying to prove a point out of spite, and that is why you kept the baby and you are his baby mama. It's a lot of y'all niggas, you went and got another pregnant to make mad that you really want to be with. This was the only thing to get her attention because you had done lied and cheated so much, she stopped even being stunting your ass. The stuff you putting on social media or you calling her phone or showing up didn't work. So now you went another bitch raw, really trying to lock in with another hoe to make the bitch you want to be with for real mad, and now you end up getting that girl pregnant. She ain't really nobody to you. Y'all don't see eye to eye. You don't really know her, and now that's your baby mama and you trying to raise a child with her, and it's not going well. A lot of y'all children were not born out of love, and if you're not willing to be honest about this at first, you're gonna set yourself up every time to believe that you're a victim when you're not. So you lying to yourself. And remember, Love Dorsey always tell y'all the worst lies is the ones you tell your self. Just breathe, take that in, because I got a lot more to say. It ain't a lot going on. This is what be going on. Y'all just used to people getting on the internet and believing y'all sob story instead of getting to the root. Most of us were in and raw with somebody that we was not on the same page with. We were not equally yoked. We were not worried about the right shit. Just letting it sink in. This is the real situations in which y'all children were birthed. And so when you birth children in situations like this, you cannot take the traditional concept of what a man's supposed to step up and do, how a woman is supposed to behave, and try to apply it to the outcome of your whorish behaviors on both genders, not just one. Y'all want to take what grandma sacrificed and stuck around with and apply it to this bullshit. Y'all want to take what granddaddy stepped up and bared the responsibility for and apply it to this bullshit. It don't go like that. Y'all on that love and hip hop shit where y'all have a baby with a married man and then show up saying, I want my son to be treated the same way the other kids is going to be treated. Bitch, are you dumb? Y'all want to step out on your family, have a baby on the side, and you want everybody to be quiet about it and not hold you accountable for your reputation, for what your actions fucking created. That don't go right now in this culture.
I got other grandkids and that baby don't look nothing like the rest of them. Look at his hairline. Look at that baby hairline. I know my grandchildren.
During the time of conception, who were you sleeping with?
Him.
Just him?
Just him.
Now, Mr. Griffin, do you believe that as well, or do you have some doubt?
I have my doubts as well because I wasn't around her a lot of the time during the conception of him. And I feel this way because it's been going on so long. I really need to find out. And I believe her and what she's saying, but I don't think my family would lie to me and, tell me anything wrong to set me off track. And I just really hope that I can get this and get my life back together. I want to go to college. I want to do special things for my son.
And on top of that, I had gotten a phone call from this older guy that she was living with. He basically told me she slept in the same bed with him.
Have you been sleeping around with different men? What is going on?
I said one person, time we broke up. One person.
So in your mind, there's no one else that could be the father of this child? You're certain of that?
I'm certain.
And I tell my son, other men are claiming to be this baby's father.
Other men?
Yes.
They're claiming that they are the child's father.
Yes, and she just told my
You
son.
say men, that's plural.
Men.
How many? Men.
4 at the most that I know. I'm just here to see is this my grandson.
Mr. Griffin, you are not his father.
I still want to be there for him.
But he's not
And you
yours.
said you love his mother. Ms. Armstrong, do you have any idea who
The other person.
It is. Most of these kids is tragedy. The child itself is a blessing. The situation in which the child was born from, a fucking tragedy. It's like when Tupac said a rose that grew from concrete, the baby was born from some hard ass bullshit. Can it bloom into a flower? Yes. But y'all ain't willing to even be honest about what the flower need to grow. Everybody lying to their themselves. Hoes walking around saying every nigga is a deadbeat when they ain't. Niggas walking around acting like a bitch did something to them when sir, you're in control of what you squirt off in. You do have control over your own. But guess what?